Massive earthquake hit Taiwan right before I traveled there. The situation is really bad. There were so many crazy footages coming out from Taiwan. I'll show you guys those footages because I was streaming a little bit earlier and I realized my viewers didn't know this was happening in Taiwan. I actually had been to many of the locations in these footages. It is quite wild for me to see the places I'm familiar with turn into movie scenes. If you're first time at my channel, hi, I'm John. I'm a scientific illustrator. I upload tutorials to this channel to help scientists publish their research publications. In addition to that, I'm also uploading science news which I find interesting. And the revenue from these videos can support me to continue helping scientists. You can also help me by giving me a like on the video, subscribe, follow my social media, and share my videos. And massive earthquake is indeed a scientific news. There are also scientific illustration involved in explaining magnitude of the earthquake. Let's take a look at the BBC report. Taiwan hit by biggest earthquake in 25 years. Taiwan earthquake, the mountain rained rock like bullets. Survivor. Literally, you can see them in the footage. Impact of the 7.4 magnitude earthquake in Taiwan. This is a map of Taiwan. The epicenter of the earthquake is on the east coast. Hualien is the major city in the east. It is a very beautiful city. I just visited there 4 months ago and had a really great hiking trip. The province is famous for its mountain views and the coastal line. I highly recommend you guys to go. But not during the earthquake disaster. The condition there is really bad now. There are at least 2 buildings collapsed and 9 deaths as of now. Hundreds of people injured. The city of Hualien sits literally on top of a fault between the Eurasia plate and the Philippine Sea plate. In this illustration, you can see the fault runs right across the city center. That is why there are a lot of earthquake incidents in Hualien. If you think about it, it's quite insane to build a city right on top of the fault. There's no way for people to know that back in the days without proper geographic science. And the city has already been built, so what can they do? The earthquake hit yesterday on the 3rd of April around 8 o'clock. I know there's an earthquake before the news breakout because my mom texted me, and when I woke up in the Netherlands, I saw her text telling me that the ground is shaking really badly. Everybody ran out of the building and all the metros stopped operating. And she showed me footages of a damaged interior of her friends. Then I realized the situation is quite serious. I'll show you guys the footages. Usually it begins very mildly. I think she managed to escape. And this earthquake is quite long. It has not stopped even after 20 seconds. The lamp is spinning like a UFO. This is so insane. This is the entire Taipei city shaking. Oh, look at the trees. Those are not being blown by wind. Cool videos explaining why Taipei 101 can manage to stand still. They have this ball to stabilize the entire building. You can check out the TikTok or YouTube video about it. Here's a construction site. Large pieces fell off. This is just like a movie scene. Like when you watch those Marvel movies, Spider-Man might be fighting up here and then they destroy the buildings. That type of shenanigans. The water is from the rooftop swimming pool. Can you imagine how hard you need to shake the building in order to offset all those water? Probably the water was from this pool. This is the most advanced jacuzzi you can find, powered by nature. 100% renewable energy. These are the footages from Taipei. The epicenter is in Hualien. Let's take a look at the Hualien footage. This building is the worst affected building. It collapsed. Really looks like a disastrous movie scene. This is a footage of the building collapse. Look, people are running away to escape. This is on the east coastal line. It is a raw noise coming from nature. I'm impressed by the news presenter. If it were me, I would just get the fuck out. I don't want to get slammed by any of the fallen lights. Okay, this is when people are driving on the road. Look at how the car wiggles. My God, it just doesn't stop. I don't know what I would do. I think I'll do the same as them. I just stay there and hope for the best. That's what I usually do when I'm in Taiwan when there's an earthquake. Look at the street lamp. It is wiggling as if it is a rubber. The entire thing is made of steel. Before that red building collapsed, a woman rushed into the building trying to save her cat. Seconds after she entered the building, everything collapsed. What will you do in this situation? Will you run in to save your pet? This is a road on the eastern coastline. Look at this landslide. It looks like we're in a movie Dune before Sandworm appears. So the entire east coastline was in smoke because of the massive landslides. And this is the time when you realize nature is way bigger than human. There's another insane footage. The landslide slowly traveled down while this truck driver desperately trying to escape. And there are more people at the back, but their car is smashed, so there's nowhere for them to go. So Taroko is one of the most beautiful national park I've been. Look at the aftermath of the earthquake. There are cars literally trapped in the rubble. There's no way for them to go out. This is the only road to go through the national park. I was on these roads 4 months ago. It could have been me if the earthquake happened back then. I literally hiked this trail 4 months ago. The guide is freaking out, saying that he has 2 German clients still in the trail. They are nowhere to be found. The 2 Germans were eventually rescued after 12 hours. But imagine being stuck in this place for 12 hours. But the trail is really beautiful. Here are the photos I took while I was there. I highly recommend you to go, but I don't think it will be possible for the next few years. These are hikers on the Mount Jade, which is the highest point of Taiwan. And they happen to be hit by the earthquake while on top of the mountain. That's not somewhere I want to be. You can fall from every direction. The entire road has collapsed. This is the main road to get to Hualien from Taipei. I drove by this road so many times, including my last trip to Hualien. There were gigantic boulders falling along this landslide, so many cars were smashed, and some drivers died from the accident. This is the most insane clip of all. So there were these 2 cars just drove by minding their own business. Look at the timestamp. This is when the earthquake hits. And they feel the impact, so they stopped. And this car was, I think this car saw the smoke and it tried to back off to escape. And then here comes a boulder, and here comes the second one, and right on it. Just a few, and the recorder is just like, I'm gonna get the fuck out, right the fuck out here. This is so insane. And there was a minor tsunami in Japan because of the earthquake. See how connected the entire world is. I got this footage from my high school friends. I need to pass by this bridge every morning when I was going to school. The impact feels very close to home, literally. And that bridge is a track for the metro. The track is for metro, and this is what people were experiencing when they were in the train. There's really nowhere for them to escape in this situation. So these people are running out from a brunch restaurant. They're from Singapore. Just a few seconds after they all escaped, the entire restaurant collapsed. They would have ended up under the rubble if they have not been Singaporean. Oh, someone is climbing out. Oh my god. He looks very chill somehow. This footage shows you how Taiwanese usually react to earthquakes. So they stop what they're doing, wait until the earthquake subsides, then they carry on with their day. This is the aftermath of the landslide. This used to be the road to Hualien, and now it's all covered up. You can still see the scenery is really beautiful. I took a photo there around that tunnel. That's where I took the photo. So it's really, and okay, the reporter is 160 centimeter tall. The boulder is bigger than her. There's no chance for anyone to survive if they get hit by this type of massive rock. I wonder if she was thinking that she got into the wrong profession. If my boss forced me to go to somewhere like this, I would not go. The scenery is still very beautiful. Okay, so yeah. The condition in Taiwan is quite serious. None of the people I know are seriously injured, so it doesn't really affect me directly at the moment. I'm traveling to Taiwan soon to teach a class at a medical college. Hopefully things will recover when I'm there. I'm actually a bit concerned about the metro rail. It looks very scary. And I will be traveling on that rail when I'm there. I'll keep you guys posted. You can subscribe to my channel, follow my social media. If you're curious about the situation there, maybe I can share some information with you. Thank you for hanging out with me today, and I will see you in the next video.